Good morning, everybody in the Americas, and good afternoon, everybody in Europe. Welcome to Odyssey Racing League. This is the Odyssey Premier Cup, the most competitive championship we have to offer here in ORL. We have some really fast drivers, and it's going to be really competitive. We're really looking forward to this event today. And thank you very much for being here to watch. We are just starting to qualifying right now. So we're going to see how these guys do. This is the first round of the championship, 5 rounds in total, and this is WATKINS GLEN. And we have everyone starting to get ready for their first lap in the 20-minute qualifying session. And if you're here to cheer on anyone specific, please let us know and shout them out in the chat so we can showcase them on the stream. Please let me know if my volumes are good, by the way, because sometimes they're a little bit wonky. And let me know if I'm too loud. Alright guys, we're gonna go and just hop on a helicam of anybody here. We got the BSR Porsche driven by Chase Jones, so we're gonna do a helicam with him and see how it goes. Let me just switch over to that. So at the moment, we do have 26 cars on the grid. Pretty good starting number. We have 30 total in the championship registered. A few guys could not make it today, but like I said, this is going to be very competitive. We do have a Honda in the mix down there, driven by Tyler Farmer. We're going to see how he does, because that is one of the most difficult cars to drive in the game. So hopefully he can make something of it. Right now we're looking at Chase Jones, and we're expecting him to be around the top of the grid today. He has been showing us his lap times all week, and he really is. I think he's going to be in the top 5, you know, maybe even top 1. Him and his good buddy Nathan Smith Adams and Damian Konchik were comparing times all week, and they were getting very close, within thousandths actually. So, oh, a little glitch on my end here. I hope that is not for everyone, and I hope that's just for me. Okay, we're back at it. Little hiccup on my end. Maybe my connection is bad. Actually, it is. Bear with me just a quick second here, guys, while I fix my internet connection. It may cut out for just a brief second, so I'm sorry if it does that, but Arlen Red Cliff, welcome to the chat. Ferraris, McLarens, and a bunch of Porsches out there today. Do have a few Mustangs. It looks like 4 of them, which is actually quite a lot. And like I said, a Honda, there's an Aston Martin, an Audi. Yeah, pretty decent mix. And a BMW. Usually you do see a lot of cars being favored. The Ferrari is one of the most powerful cars in the game at the moment, so a lot of people sort of gravitate towards that one. Same with the Ford and the McLaren. They are some very good cars. Very fast. So let's just see. So Mattia Zampidri is currently on pole with a 42.5. Chase Jones is only 2 tenths behind him, and Damian Konchik 4 tenths behind that. So we are seeing the top 5 within 1 second, but I know that those are just their first lap or two, and we will see some better laps. Looks like the Mustang there had to back out, but he's not too worried, holding P1 at the moment. Let's take a look at the autopilot. Let's let it do its thing for a little bit as we go through the qualifying. We have lots of time to see who comes out where. Good afternoon, Richard. Good afternoon, Ollie. Thank you very much for being here. Heard there's some SRO drivers. Yes, there are quite a few, man. There's a lot. So if I go over to my let me pull it up. Hopefully it opens on the right monitor. It did. It did. So I'm going to shout out a couple drivers here today because there's a lot of fast drivers. How many cars overall on the grid? At the moment there's 26. There are 30 signed up to the championship, so we do expect it to stick around this for the first round or two. And then maybe we will be probably losing them as the series goes on. It's a 5-round series, so it's not very long, not a very big commitment. So I don't expect we'll have a big drop. And then after this round as well, we will be opening up a wild card slot. That way the spots can be filled by other drivers to essentially be like traffic. So I'll shout out some of the fast drivers that are racing here with us today. And I'm going to shout out the ones with the highest grid rating on the SimGrid platform. So we got Damian Konchik, who currently has P4. He has a grid rating of 4,600, which is very high. Then we got Mattia Zampidri, who had the pole position. There we go. That was getting a bit loud. He's got a 4,500 as well. Nathan Smith Adams, 3,600. Chase Jones, 3,600. Who else we got here? We got Henry Meyer, 3,700. And Emmanuel Cardinale, or Cardinal, I'm hoping I pronounced his name right, has 4,500. And Tyler Farmer, 3,700. So lots of high level drivers here. So it's very competitive, man. I'm not surprised to see right now the top 12 within 1 second. I think we'll see probably quite a lot more within that 1 second gap between each other. And I think the race is gonna be a lot of elbows out. Probably a lot of little rubbing his racing situations. And everybody just sending it into turn one. I think we're gonna see a lot of good laps. Yeah, I got nothing but good things to say. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Seems like a lot of the drivers are excited to be here. A lot of them are a little bit nervous. You know, they haven't raced in a series this competitive since SRO last year, since SRO didn't actually run a championship this year. So this is kind of one of those things that's like the next best thing for these guys. There's $500 on the line for the top 3. P1 will be getting $250 as the prize for this series, so essentially they're getting paid $50 per race if they win. So that's very, very exciting for those guys. And then it's 150 for P2 and then 100 for P3. So high stakes, guys. High stakes here. So we're under 10 minutes left in qualifying. We're halfway through it. And we got we got a new driver up on pole with a very, very marginal gap. And I'm sorry if I butcher these names, guys. If anyone knows the names of these drivers and how to pronounce them phonetically, please drop it in the chat. I really want to make sure I pronounce them right and do justice. I'm getting a notice on my end. Am I still live? Anyone in the chat, just let me know, did the stream crash? If no one lets me know, then I know it probably did. Yep, all good. Yes, stream all good. Okay, thank you guys. It's weird because I don't see it on. I didn't see it on my end, so it made me a little nervous. But sounds good. All right, back at it. So yeah, we're 8 minutes left, and yeah, very interesting to see what's going on here. So yeah, I mentioned all those drivers. No stream's been fine, had some minor lag when you opened up the driver list. Oh, okay, okay. Alright, vamos Mariano. Represent Argentina. Nice, dude. Thank you very much for being here. And hopefully he does well. Hopefully. And there's the Honda right there by Tyler Farmer. Still think it's crazy he's running that car. It is such a difficult car to drive, but mad respect to anyone who takes a chance on that. I drove the Honda for a season and it had to probably be the most stressful time of my life. So, hey. And just a real quick shout out here, a little bit of a selfish plug from ORL is we are streaming on Twitch as well. And if you guys have Prime subs available to use, we would really appreciate that so much. You don't even know. If you're watching on YouTube, our Twitch link is in the description. Just pop on over, drop the Prime sub. Every little bit helps. I don't want to make you guys feel bad or anything, but we are losing money on this championship. We wanted to give a big prize pool. That way we attracted good drivers and had a good offering. So just the $2 or $3 we get from Prime sub goes a long way. So thank you in advance for anyone who does that. We also have a Patreon. Happy belated birthday, Richard. Thank you very much. It was 7 days ago, but I appreciate it, man. It's awesome. I'm the big 3-0 now. This is where the back pain starts. The same back pain you'd get if you drove the Honda in real life, man. That's an archaic car. I am still blown away. I cannot wait to see how well he does. He's in 17th right now. He's 1.6 off the time, but we'll see how it goes. Looking at Venter right now, the back end of his car. Excuse me. We're gonna turn off the rear wing camera for, excuse me, the remainder of this qualifying session. Almost 5 minutes, probably 6 minutes of driving. Ooh, there's a car off there. That would be fun. And we're just looking at the pit lane. Look at this auto cam doing its thing. Doing its thing. Alright, there he goes. Got the Mustang. Driven by Eduardo Rogero. I am so sorry if I'm butchering that. Again, let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrong because I am not good at that at all. He is 2/10 behind Zampidri. Zampidri seems to be a likely competitor for pole, given that he's 2/10 up. Chase Jones and Damian Konchik were competing a lot throughout the week, trying to outdo each other, and Jones was 2/1000ths or something faster than him. But right now, Damien is struggling quite a bit. He's 3/10 off of where he should be in comparison to Jones, and he just got taken over by Pisano. So yeah, not a great situation we're going to be in. Hopefully he can get it back during the race. Ooh, that was a bit of a grass touch there for Rogerio. Still on this camera, yeah? Well, still on that camera. I'll switch it. There we go. The auto cam does some great things, but sometimes it just picks a camera angle that you do not want. Looking at... Oh, just skipping around. That's cool. That's cool. Bill Krauthios, 1.7 seconds off of P1 in 18th place right now. Not too bad. He was going into this pretty nervous that he'd be far off. But looks like he's doing all right now. And we have Henry Meyer, P6, fastest lap of a 43.2. So yeah, he's a little bit off the pace. And that's gap now is really, that 1 second gap that we have is only for the top 6. It was like the top 16 at one point. There goes MPG, just trying to do better. Just not giving up. He could easily just take a break. But he's still grinding. Looks like we got about one more full lap, maybe 2 laps left here in the qualifying session. And things are looking pretty competitive at the top. And not sure what we're going to see near the bottom. If you guys have any predictions, please drop them in the chat. Love to hear them. Truly, you never really know what's going to happen in these situations. Especially on a track like this, there's so many things that could go wrong, but also so many things that could go right. And it'll be really interesting to see how quickly we get through turn 1 and who's leading who or who's side by side, and then seeing what happens when we get into the inner loop, the bus stop. Which ends up always being kind of like a chicken run to see who backs out. And at the level that these guys are at, I can't imagine too many of them are planning on backing out. So Damien coming around the last couple turns here. It does not look like he is up on his time, actually down on his time, but he's hopefully going to make it across the line to do one more lap, I think. Yep, so he's on his last lap now. We'll see how he does. I do kind of want to sit with him for a minute because I want to see if anything changes for his time here. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of guys with a very impactful lap. In P9, I'm sorry, I don't know if I can even try to pronounce that name. He is 5/10 up, so he might actually bump up a few positions, possibly even beat out Damien here if he can hold that together. Damien is not up on his time at the moment, it looks like, so I'm going to hop on with the P9 here. Oh, and we lost him. He ended up in P3. Holy. That's an increase, guys. He went from P9 to P3 in 1 lap, so that's something to brag about. Nathan Smith Adams is up 1/10, and it looks like he might be the last car out there with a lap worth finishing. And he's not really moved, I don't think, but hey, not too bad. Anyways, that's pretty much it for qualifying. Everyone else seems to be done here. And we'll hop into predicted bus stop chaos lap 1. Yeah, honestly, that's what I'm thinking. I'm really interested to see, and I'm kind of nervous for these guys. Damien is down on his lap, and the car number 12, Kobe Chan, is done. So we're gonna go to intermission now until the grid start happens. So guys, we will be right back.
To be free, and finally I can be free. Can you say that I disappeared? Can you say that I wasn't there for you? Can you say that? Can you say that? That's what I'm looking for.
The bass goes boom as we enter, shaking the room from the back to the center. Making you move to the track, you surrender. All you scrunch in your face goes boom as we enter, shaking the room from the back to the center. Making you move to the track, you surrender. All you scrunch in your face goes boom. The bass goes boom as we enter. Cause the bass goes shaking the room from the back to the center, making you move to the track, you surrender. Shaking the room from the back to the center. Got you scrunching your face closed up cause the bass goes shaking the room from the back to the center, making you move to the track, you surrender. Shaking the room from the back to the center. Got you scrunching your face closed up cause the bass goes as we enter. Shaking the room from the back to the center. Making you move to the track, you surrender. Got you scrunching your face closed up cause the bass goes as we enter. Shaking the room from the back to the center. Making you move to the track, you surrender. All you scrunching your face closed up cause the bass goes. scrunching your face closed up cause the bass goes as we enter. Shaking the roof from the back to the center, making you move to the track to surrender.
Alright guys, we are back and on the starting grid. These guys are about to do their formation lap. So we are going to introduce everyone on the grid. Go bowling, yes. Let's go bowling. Let's not go bowling, actually. I really hope we do not go bowling today. Anyway, starting off in P1 is Matias Zampidri with the ResTech Pardo Corsa team with the Ford Mustang. Eduardo Ruggiero with the basic Ford livery. Mikolaj Krushiki. I'm so butchering that. I am so sorry. Dross, I think it's Krushiki, which I got right. In the Porsche, I don't think I have his livery, so it says New Order Racing Esports. Chase Jones, P4 with BSR. Baller Squad Racing, good luck from him. William Pisano with also ResTech in a Porsche. Damian Konchik in the Big Brain Ford Mustang in P6. Mariano Rodriguez in P7 with the MA70 Esports McLaren. Henry Meyer following him. And Logistical Nightmare Racing McLaren in P8. Nathan Smith Adams P9 also with Baller Squad Racing in the McLaren. We got Radovan Zankel, another Baller Squad Racing. That's 3 Baller Squad Racing cars. Audi in P10. Fleming Bauer in the Logistical Nightmare team as well in a McLaren. And Nathaniel Fever from Phoenix E Racing. In P13 we have Tyler Farmer with Lerjeka Corsa in the Honda. In P13, that's pretty impressive for the Honda. I'm honestly really surprised. Good job, Tyler. Sylvian Amar in P14 with the Phoenix Ferrari. Kobe Chan with the BMW Revolt Pew Pew Racing. Adam Westland, also in BSR. Wow, another one. In P17, we have Phil Krauthios from Odyssey Esports. Lennon Bromfield in P18 with the Ford. Sean Shooty and Logistical Nightmare as well. Paul Venter P20 and LNR Banana Express. Emery Sonomez in the BSR as well. 5 BSR cars out there. Dean Solomon from Backroad GT Racing in the Porsche there. Hunter Davis using with Formula GT, a track racer. Alexei Malkov in his own colored Ferrari there. And Aiden Tan got jumped into the pits for some reason. That's a shame for him. But we're going to go back up to the front now, and we'll just hop on Chase Jones with the Helicam so we can kind of see what's going on. They're coming around the last couple turns as they start forming up to start the race. This is going to be very interesting to see them go into the first couple turns. Thank you guys again for being here to watch. Please check us out on Twitch and give us a Prime sub if you can. It's linked in the description of this video. Really helps us out as we are paying completely out of pocket for this championship with this not out completely, most out of pocket. This is round 1 of the Odyssey Premier Cup Championship here at Watkins Glen. 25 cars total. 2 Mustangs at the front, followed by 3 Porsches, and then another Mustang. And we're about to go green. Green lights are on, and we are racing here at Watkins Glen. Let's see how it goes in turn 1. A little bit of bump there from the 2 Mustangs in the front, and that could be a bit of a risk for them. Really fighting hard to get through that little bit, and we see, I believe, Zampidri take that P1 as they go through it. No yellows on my screen, so it looks like everything is a-okay. I don't want to leave these 2 as we go into the bus stop, but there is a little bit of a chaos in the back of the grid that I will touch on a little bit later. Number 210 of Brumfield is off. Mustangs make it through clearly, pretty clean from the front of the grid. Looking at the back, no major incidents through the bus stop. Very surprising there. And we go into the boot with the leaders. Not sure what happened to Brumfield, but we will pull up a replay in a second here. Just want to see how these guys get through it. "25 cars, all of them still in. Brumfield's stuck behind a little bit still. He's got a lot of catching up to do. We see the leaders diving into the heel. And they are going to be fighting like hell right to the very end. And Smith Adams has a drive-through. Not sure if that is something that the game gave him or if the stewards were just that quick to react. I do doubt that they were that quick to react, so maybe he'll serve that drive-through right from the start and try to live to fight another day. Penalties in racing are not friendly, but they are there for a reason, and he may have been out of position at the start. So let's take a look at the replay from Brumfield and Sean Shoot. Let's see what happened there, if I can pull it up. So it looks like we're looking at this Mustang here in the middle of the pack. Maybe? Oh man, and the Aston Martin cuts across and destroys them both, collecting the other Aston with them as well. So that's pretty unfortunate. And I don't know who's going to get penalized for that, but that was definitely not a good situation to be in. We got both those cars in the pits. We'll see if we can grab another angle here from 13's perspective. So here's the Mustang on board. Oh yeah, that is not great. Not great at all. Don't want to speculate anything here, but that's not how you want to start the race. Out of position DT is confirmed by the stewards. Now we're on the auto cams, and Pedri is pulling away. He's half a second ahead now, which is a pretty substantial lead after the first 2 laps. Going on to the 3rd, 4th lap right now. Crazy. I did turn off the onboard camera, but autopilot was not having it with me. Oh, a nice little battle here between Farmer and Fever. Farmer in the Honda looking to get into that position, but not quite side by side. And has to follow him through it. Hopefully he can get a better exit. But no, the gap has grown a little bit, but he's going to get right up there with Kobe Chan right behind him. Oh, Kobe Chan going a little bit wide, but still stays on the tarmac. So I'm not sure when Smith Adams is going to serve that drive-through, but he's definitely got to consider doing it soon. And I believe now we're looking at P24 and 25 are on a lap down due to having to repair some damages. But overall, the gap between all the cars is not too bad. They're still in a pretty good line. There's only that one major incident to consider so far. So seems like everything's pretty good. Just gonna pop down a little bit further to Aiden Tan and P20 and see how he's doing. He's in a bit of a collection of cars there. Yeah, the back of the grid has got some battles going on here. A little bit of a grouping there. Smith Adams going to serve his drive-through right now, so he'll be doing some fighting to catch up. Won't be in last place, so he still has a chance to get in the top 20. Top 20 in this championship are the ones that are going to get points. It ranges from 50 points for P1 down to 1 point for P20. Oh, contact between the McLaren and the Mustang going into the bus stop. And a sort of, I don't know, that was a questionable rejoin, but we'll let it slide here. The Mustang lived through that. I do want to see how that even happened, because that just seems terribly unlikely. So let's go check it out with the helicam. Just want to see where that kind of, either where that went wrong or how he recovered that. Ooh, he drifts through the grass and he still keeps going. Not bad, not bad. Say Fula Kerr. It's a ridiculous league. A pilot can F up your race and you may get banned because you get angry. Don't play with your nerves in vain. I don't know who you are, but that's a pretty inappropriate thing to just comment on our YouTube live stream. So if you have a problem with us, please take it to the Discord and DM the staff. Don't be in the YouTube chat creating false accusations. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's very disrespectful. Welcome to the stream, though. Thank you for being here to watch the race. Not losing sleep over it. Back into the race. We got a... Wild situations we're in here. Overall causing drama in the chats while the biggest race of our league is happening. No one's taking anyone else out here, you know, it just is what it is. A lot of new names in here, yes. A lot of fast drivers. We gotta look at these lap times, man. These guys are quick. P1's got the fastest lap with a 42.8. .42.9 for P2. Just getting into the 42s is crazy on this track. Oh, side by side with those Porsches there, leaving just enough room. I really don't care about your brothel-like league. You know, honestly, dude, it's so great that you're in the chat speaking like this because you're making the case for why you were banned. You break the rules and you insult people and you take people out, you know, you're gonna get banned. This is what it is, and if you don't like it, too bad. But I would really appreciate it. I'd ask you so politely if you could please not be rude in our chat. You're only making yourself look bad. People see through this. You're making the case for why you deserve to be banned right now, so I hope you have a good day. Hope you have a wonderful day. It's great weather outside where I am. Sun shining, the birds are singing, and we have a great race on the screen right now. So I'm happy. Everyone else is happy. The competition is fierce. We got some fast drivers out here. Everything is great. So many Mustangs. Dude, the Mustangs are rapid. Mustangs are a fast car out here. Mustangs, lots of Ferraris, but they're not doing so hot. We got some Porsches in the top as well, and a bunch of McLarens. I don't think the Ferrari was the choice for this track. Oh man, we got some drama in the chat, boys. Let's use it to go viral. Wait, is that Magnus Kangai in the chat? I don't know everyone's username. Alright guys, P1 is 3.5 seconds away. Just flying. The Mustang is not throttled enough. We got some, I told you, we got some fast drivers in here. This is crazy. We're not even, we're just over 10 minutes into the race. Just over 10 minutes into the race, and he's 3.5 seconds ahead. Ooh, little drift from that. Ooh. Did you guys see that? Oh my gosh. How do I get the replay of that? And who was it? Check out this drift right here. This is... Oh, the replay thing might not do it. The replay thing might not do it. Are we gonna see his drifts? We are. Check this out, check this out. Sliding through Monday like right off track, and good rejoin. Living to fight another day. Car 17 is off. Alexei Malkov into the cabbage there. Not sure what happened to him. We're going to take a quick replay of that as well. I love the support in the chat. People come in here calling us out for stuff. Oh, and he catches the curbing. Oh, that's going to be some serious damage, guys. That's going to be serious. He's definitely going to have to pit for that one. Fortunately for him, he could wait maybe 7.5 minutes for the pit to open. But it didn't look like he had that privilege. We'll see what happens. Pit window opens in 7.5 minutes, guys. They have a pit window in this race. Mandatory fuel. They got to take fuel. Ooh, Fever 74. I do not know why he was in the pits, but that's unfortunate. I missed something there for sure. Yeah, I love to see the support in the chat. Some guy comes in here, cusses us out, and then everyone just knows. 256. Who are you? In the Discord. Ooh. Kobe Chan really on the back end. They're not giving any breathing room to Farmer. Ah, okay. Got you, Kevin. Same user in Discord. I'm just used to seeing people's names at this point in the Discord, honestly. It's, I see a username and it just throws me off. We're getting very, very close to that pit window. Good luck, 8 and 10. Let's give him some screen time, eh? Where I'm sitting right now at my desk, there's like, I face the sunrise, so I'm starting to get blinded. Oh, we got side by side here. I'll let this play up before we go look at 8 and 10. Let's see this battle go through with Radovan Zankel defending against Bauer. Going through excuse me, going through that bus stop really is a challenge when you're going with the battle. It's a chicken run going up to it. You don't know who's going to be the one that backs out, and it's hard to see exactly where you need to brake and take the line when you're following someone. So it often does separate people just a little bit, but in that case it didn't do much. Bauer's still right there, not too much breathing room, and he's pushing on Zankel, not letting him have that time to think, process, or make mistakes. Behind him in the background, you can see Tyler Farmer has created a little bit of a gap to Kobe Chan, which is good because Kobe was not giving him any breathing room whatsoever. And he's now sort of on his own there, looking back at Fleming. Bauer chasing down Zankel. This, I believe, is the closest battle on the grid. The only one closer is Mariano Rodriguez with Damian Konchik right there. Wow, that's a lot of writing. I'm just gonna ignore that. I don't even know what to say. I'm just laughing. Moving on. Ooh, looks like the car in the background there might have been Meyer. Went a little wide. Yeah, still the closest battle on the track right now. The battle between Zankel and Bauer has separated a little bit by about a second. I'm dual based. I don't know if this is a trap or if you just know that I will read anything on stream. Alright, now we're looking at Chase Jones chasing down Krushitsky. Wow, that is a really difficult name to pronounce. I am struggling. I'll have to go scroll up and see what DeRosso's suggested pronunciation was of it before. Krushitsky. Alright. Shixie. Krushitsky. Sorry about that. I have to practice. Looking at Phil Krauthios having a nice little battle here with Aiden Tan. Aiden Tan not giving him any breathing room, trying to find where he can escape the draft. Cryo holding that inside line to ensure he gets the optimal line through the bus stop. Very good defense from Cryo. How is there no Merc? I'm actually a little surprised because I'm pretty sure the Merc is one of the fastest cars on this track. But it is a pretty... Merc is based, but it is... Yeah, DeRosso's right. Like, I'm not going to say it's boring. I don't really agree with the boring part of it. But it is a bit too average. Dude, honestly, the Canadian accent does not allow for any flexibility on other accents at all. It just does not work. So I need a lot of practice. It's like he turns more American when he's live. I think you're getting me confused. I definitely do not sound more American when I'm live. It's definitely more Canadian. Like, I get more Canadian as I go live. It's because you hear me talk so much at once. Anyways, we got Adam Westland. Less than a second behind Kobe Chan. It's a struggle bus. It's a short bus. Krushiki. Yeah, I'm really struggling with that. I keep saying C at the end, Krushiki. But anyways. Blessed for multinationality and being able to say my names with 0.1% flair. Pit window is open. We got Rodriguez chasing down Damian Konchik, and we are going to see if either of them chooses the pit early. I don't think they will, but who knows? The pit is open, so we're going to see if anyone takes advantage of it on the first lap just to get it done. I'd assume some of the leaders are going to wait because they don't want to come back into traffic. So we're going to let... Yeah, we're just going to watch and see. I think It's also interesting there's a Honda in this race versus in no Mercedes. That's another kind of interesting situation there. A little bit of a surprise to me. But hey. Zankel in the top 10, Lord save us. I think I'm gonna ban Forza Abdul from the YouTube chats. That's just a hot take, who knows? Is T Farmer Tyler Farmer? Correct, yes. We got the farmer in the race today running the most difficult car in the game. Oh, look at that. The Ferrari getting a little close to Cryo and may have lost it there from in 10. And Cryo, again, able to keep holding him up. Zankel is in the race, Lord save us. It's okay if I roast him. Fair. So we have 296 Emre Sonmez in the pit right now, doing an early pit stop, which could be good depending on how long he's in there. If he's not come out yet, it's a little concerning. Maybe he's serving a lot of damage that he's been hanging on to, and he's trying to get that sorted out. So he's not leaving yet, so he's either going to come out into traffic or he's still going to be there for quite some time. Tyler Farmer is from GTMR. He's from our iRacing series. Yeah, he also used to race in ORL. And then GTMR just took him away. Good turnout. Yeah, not too bad. We got 24 cars left. One car backed out. Not 100% sure who it is. Had 5 seconds of damage, but he's still in the pits. Hopefully he's not giving up, because that is quite a long pit stop. It's over a lap now for his pit stop there. He said 1 minute of damage. Oh, yikes. Got a little bit of a train here with Davis in the Ford, followed by a Ferrari and a McLaren. That's a good little battle near the back of the grid right now. And we're looking at... it just keeps flip-flopping. The auto cam is just looking for someone to follow. Ooh, look at that. We got Nathan Fever doing a big spin. Fortunately, he didn't hit any wall, but I wonder what was the result of that. We're going to check that out in a replay right now and see what led to him spinning. He's chasing into the bus stop. And does he just catch some curb? Or does he catch some grass? Oh, looks like he had a way better exit than the car ahead and just had to bail out. Yeah, that's not great. That is not great at all. Big loss there, and he'll have a lot of catching up to do to get back into that battle he was in. The gap for P1 is like 5.5 seconds now. So really good work from Zampidri right now. He said 5 seconds much earlier. I hate trying to catch. Yeah, it is difficult, man. You come right out of a really sketchy bus stop or inner loop, and then you gotta get ready for a somewhat inconsistent sweeping turn. It adds a lot of challenge there. Zankel still defending on Bauer. And you guys will be able to tell if someone did their pit stop. The little orange box beside the race number on the tower will turn green once they do it. So not a lot of people actually opting in for pit stops right now. Let's see if it shows their country flags. And you can see if you can confirm that they are Italian. Oh, it doesn't show. Italian? Italian? Italian. Oh, you're right. All three Italian. And then there's Chase Jones, who's Jones, clearly American. Back to Zankel. Still defending. Almost halfway through the first race. Yeah, Smith Adams doing okay considering his start drive-through. You're absolutely right. Abdul, that's an ORL driver. Fridge East London things. Dude, that is such an inside joke. Not even the person who it's about would understand the joke. That's so funny. Shout out to the zebra car. So 2 cars have finished their pit stops. One has entered the pit 695. Ooh, I heard some tires squealing. So Amor is in the pit right now, serving that pit stop. Putting in the bounty of $20 for that one. Sounds good. Dean Solomon with Davis chasing behind. Surprised to see the Mustangs not doing so well when there's 2 in the lead right now. I'll give it to BSR. The livery is fresh. Yeah, the livery is so fresh, actually, that it's almost like they were inspired to make it. It's almost like there's a livery in the official esports world that is so strikingly similar. It may or may not be a replica of another esports team. We need it. If Richard would send the Pro-Am rewards already. Yeah, dude, I will do that today. Ooh, got a car entering the pit now. Staying within the lanes, like, respectfully. Following the rules. Good job. I appreciate that. A lot of people asking about that. We've had this livery for almost a year now. I know, and I love it. I actually think it's one of the best looking liveries on our grids. It's great. I love it so much. I don't want you guys to change it. But I know where you got it from. Because I did the same thing. I copied that livery too. Bro, we talked about it. You know exactly what esports team you... Don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. Literally. I'm going to test my theory here. Alright guys, we are at the halfway point in the race. We have 100 messages in the chat, guys. Thank you very much for all the activity. We really, really appreciate it. Let's see if we can get 100 more. Abdul, you're 100% right. That is exactly what my plan was. We don't like their kind around here. Alright. So we got a bunch of the guys in the back of the pack with their pit stops served. We got a stop and go cleared from 695, which is unfortunate. Getting a stop and go for speeding in the pits is never what you want to experience. Really sets you back quite a lot. Oh, a little bit of a quiet moment in the game here from the helicopter being so far away from the cars. A weird moment of peace. The game just lost connection. It's not the internet's fault. I checked. That is so unfortunate, man. That is so unfortunate. I'm really sorry to hear it. I hate this game. Yeah, dude. Oh. While you're here, can you tell me how you phonetically pronounce your name? You were doing great, I'm sorry. But this is an opportunity now for me to make sure I don't mispronounce you. Also, you can rejoin, you know, and see if you can come back. And get in the top 20 and you get some points. There are a couple cars that are a lap down, so you might actually be able to get into the top 20 and snag some points for this race. First time seeing this, sure. Oh, we got Kobe Chan ahead of Tyler Farmer. I do not know when that happened, but hey, that's good. Kobe Chan is actually going to be representing Odyssey Racing League at the SRO Grand Finals on November 2nd. It's going to be a great event. We have two great drivers. Kobe was really nervous today because he told me, I didn't practice. I don't think I want to participate today. And I said, dude, you just got to run it. You know, you'll get some points. And he's in 14th. So he will get some points to take away with him until the next round and put himself at least somewhere on the grid. Well, I was worried about your last name, not your first name. Mikolaj is pretty easy to say. It's always me in always important races. Honestly, I think that's like Murphy's Law. I kind of feel the same about myself. Every time I feel like I've got a good race coming up or something important, that's when that's where I personally kind of go downhill. So Cryo has a BSR Ferrari behind him, and I'm trying to 65. Oh, Westland. Got it. I feel robbed. Yeah. That's fair, man. Like, I get it. I mean, you can still get points, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, the longer we go back and forth, obviously the worse it is for you. But hopefully you come back next round, come back strong, and everything will work out for you. And I'll get the Mustang of Zampidri re-entering right in front of Pisano. I'm gonna see how this goes going into the bus stop right now with, I don't know if he changed tires or not, but they will be a little bit cooler considering he was stopped for about 25-30 seconds. The Porsche just following his draft to the T. We'll see if he can get through it. Very good driving from both of those guys. Keeping it very close, like two June bugs on a summer night. Oh, Mikolaj. Got it. I can help Richard, he's inept, yeah. Nice. And you're not half Polish. Shut up, Abdul. That's hilarious. There is a drop round. That's correct. Ross was right. Mikolaj, there is a drop round, so yeah, take a breather. And just start practicing. You know what the next track is. So I believe Red Bull Ring. So you can just take it easy and not worry too much. Just learn that one really well. I'm excited for Red Bull. It's going to be a really good race. I think it's a really great track for racing. And like for battling, really good battling track. So currently Aiden Tan is leading, but that's because he is not pit yet. Not sure when he plans. Oh, he's in the pit right now. Okay, I see. So Zampedri has taken back his P1 spot after he gets past, which is right around. Oh, he's already in. It's already just hasn't updated on the tower yet. My apologies, guys. But still looking here at Pisano and Ruggiero. And they went away. No, looking at Zankel and Bauer. No, and it went away again. It's all over the place. Ruggiero and Pisano still kind of battling it out. They do have one back marker of a more in between them and P1. And there is a 6.2 second gap from P1 to P2. Have a nice time. Gotta go see it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. And we'll see you next week to see a better result from you. Alright, everyone. We are in the last half of the race. Almost 1/3 of the race left. Ooh, there is a yellow. 42 is off the track at the bus stop. Let's go see what that's all about. Paul Venter. Hop into the pits. Let's watch a quick replay and see what happened. It looks like it was a collision. Paul Venter being the Aston Martin that we're following right now, in behind a Ferrari. And they go side by side, sort of. Oh, that's not going to be good. And you guys couldn't see it there, but there are barriers there. Zampedri is wrong, Zampedri is right. Pedri? Is that what you're trying to say? Dog, I'm sorry. Guys, quick little shout out here. Just remember that we are streaming on Twitch and we could use some Prime subs to help fund this league. The prize pool is mostly coming out of pocket for this. We do have some entry fees that cover a bit of it, but quite a lot to cover. So if you have Twitch, hit the link in the description of this video. Should be in there. And Zampedri? Is that what you're saying? So it's not E, it's A, like Zampedri? Pets. We'll do some voice coaching after with you guys. Little blue flag action happening here. That Ferrari's gonna have to get out of the way within 2 sectors at least once they get a little bit closer. Plus they are following somewhat closely. So you may have to give it up here before the bus stop, which it looks like he is. Flashing lights happening, totally fair play there. And good job. Good blue flag action going on there. Didn't hold up the battle at all. Let them both by with ease. Zampedri? Is that what it is? Zampedri? Ooh, little side by side going into turn 1. Almost side by side, not quite, but that was Dean Solomon and Nathan Smith Adams making his little comeback, trying to climb the ranks. Dude, please, I want to learn how to pronounce other names if I'm going to do commentary. I do keep meaning to start learning another language so I can get into that a little bit. Side by side into the bus stop, what's going to happen? And Nathan Smith Adams definitely takes that, and the camera conveniently goes away from them so we can't see the result of it. I told you guys from the start to say this every time I commentate. The Canadian accent is not good for anything except for speaking plain old hick English. As we are in the last 20 minutes, competition's fierce. Aiden Tan has a drive-through penalty. I don't know if that's for limits or what. It's been a pretty clean race. I haven't seen a lot of penalties being given out by the stewards, so I'm really happy about that. People are being respectful, responsible, battling hard, leaving space when they need to. Maybe I will. English. Maybe I will move to Europe for a year one day. We'll see. Once air travel's a little bit faster, I don't want to sit on a plane for like 10 hours. For me to get to Europe from where I live would probably be like, yeah, 10 to 12 hour flight. Give or take. So. Yeah. Cryo looking for an opportunity on Westland. Can't quite find it going to the bus stop and has to take the grass and alternate driving line. Doing that Dakar rally racing line. And he'll look again on another lap for an opportunity to get that position. Cryo came into this race very nervous about the lap times he was getting and where he would finish on the grid. But I think he's done a lot better than even he expects. Ooh, that Porsche is just trailing right now, leaving like no space between them to get all that draft. Trying to find that exit. The Mustang versus the Porsche. The Porsche only thing it has on the Mustang is it's able to turn, so it's got to hold that draft. The Mustang will pull away. He is flashing his lights, which is explicitly against the rules and was very clearly stated in the briefing. I'm sure he's not going to get reported for that, but this driver's got to learn. There's no lights flashing here. Following each other through the bus stop, not too bad. And that Porsche still right on the backside of that Ford for a P2 battle. He's got to hold up that Porsche for, oh, a little bump there, a little bump. He's got to hold him up for 16 more minutes. And I guess that's like 11 more laps to worry about here. Maybe even 12 more laps, depending on how fast they are. I'm surprised to see that Porsche doing so well against the Mustang, considering the Mustang has so much straight line speed, and this is a very, very fast track. You're full throttle for a long time in a lot of spots in this track. So you got Tyler Farmer right on the backside of Kobe Chan, fighting for P10. Good job from both of them climbing up a little bit. And Zankel to see him in P8 is very good too. They're all getting their positions up a little bit. Oh, but he only flashed once, so he should have been given. Oh, but he only flashed once, so he shouldn't be given a penalty unless you guys are. I'm not going to repeat that word, but yeah, probably. You're absolutely right. Sorry, I guess I keep forgetting that I'm an AI lizard person, so it's a little bit tough to keep track of everything. Also, guys, oh, look at this, going for an opportunity. Forget it, side by side on the outside. Really, he's got the pace. Oh, it's a nice drift. Little Porsche power drift there. And he's got the pace. It's just finding the gap between that big Mustang with the big rear end. Still waiting for Simmer to get back to me. Oh, they will. Don't worry about it. Guys, I do want to shout out a couple events. If you guys are sitting there doing nothing and just watching a race, I think you should register for some events. If you guys are good at this time of day to race, then there's a really cool event happening tomorrow at 8 p.m. CEST, which I believe is 2 p.m. Eastern time, is a Silverstone night race. You guys got to check that out. Check out the Silverstone night race. That's happening tomorrow, 8 p.m. CEST. Gonna be lots of fun. Gonna be a really, really good event. I probably, you know, I'm hoping that we get a lot of people there. We'll see what happens. Then next Sunday we have a Barcelona bullfight. It's going to be a good race at Barcelona, so you got to check that out as well. So check out both these races. If you got nothing going on Sundays, these are both European friendly. The Silverstone night race and the Barcelona bullfight. Check them out. Be there or be square. And while you're at it, join the Discord if you're not in it, and hit that Patreon link because we could use some money. We don't make a lot. And half of the prize pool is coming out of pocket, so 7 p.m. BST is tempting. I tell you, there's two races right there. Sign up, Ollie. You got it. Barcelona and Silverstone at night. Can't go wrong with those tracks. Oh, looking at that little move from Tyler. He's trying to figure out when he can strike on Kobe. And I am definitely going to get some lessons from Tyler on how to drive the Honda and maybe steal his setups after, because I love the Honda. I think it's one of the best looking cars in the game. I know that's probably an unpopular opinion, but I just love it. And it sucks that it's not easy to drive. Look at that pace he's got on Kobe, looking for the gap there. Incredible, incredible racing from these guys today here on Watkins Glen. So happy that ORL has the privilege of hosting a championship like this, hosting races for drivers of this caliber. Shout out to the SRO for not hosting a championship this year and making it so that these drivers wanted somewhere to race and hone their skills. Really, really grateful for that. This championship is very exciting to me personally. I just love the idea of having this level of competition in our league. We got 5 rounds on some of my favorite tracks. I was so selfish when I chose the tracks. And I cannot wait to see how it goes. Kobe goes wide again. He's really having struggles with that corner, which is going to open up for Tyler. And I don't know if he's getting any limit violations, but it could work against him. Tyler's in the grass a little bit, but holds it together. This is the closest battle on track right now by quite a substantial amount. The gaps are all but growing. I'm not sure what happened to Pisano in P3. He's 2 seconds behind Ruggiero, which is unfortunate because that battle was pretty impressive. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe he just made a small mistake because he definitely had the pace. That was no question there on the pace. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, what do we got for predictions here? You think there's going to be any surprises at the end? Ooh, that's a close one. Cryo is... Who's that behind him? $74. Oh, that's another, the other Nathan behind Cryo there, a lap down. So he is quite far behind, and Cryo does have the right to defend against him, and he has to be able to pull away from the car if he's unlapping himself. So if he wants to unlap himself in Cryo, he has to earn it and be able to pull away. If he's getting in the way, then he could risk some penalties. Arlen, yeah, that is our resident esports driver. And that is a livery they use for a couple events. Has the Australian flag because he's Australian. A little bit of blue flag action there that's been surpassed now. I was gonna go with the Bentley, but we haven't got a Toga Esports livery for it yet. Oh my god. I would love to see someone pick the Bentley, man. I don't think it's particularly good, but I just love when people are not picking the Mustang, Ferrari, or McLaren. Aston it is. That's good enough. Still British. Still front engine. Yeah, very good battle happening here, sort of. It's not really a battle, like, it is not a position battle, it's just still cool to see that kind of stuff. As for battles, there aren't really too many. Mariano Rodriguez is chasing down Henry Meyer, but that's really it, and that's like a 1.5 second gap. Pisano, 3.4 seconds down now, so he's either got some damage that we haven't noticed, or yeah. Oh, I saw just a little Easter egg on his car actually. Look at the front bumper. There's the little Italian colors under the in the grill area there. The auto cam really doesn't want to hang out with him too much. I love the Bentley. I think the right hand drive would throw me off, but hey, it's a good meme, so I say do it. Alright guys, we are in the final stretch. The final 3 or 4 laps of the race. We're going into them now. And very interesting. I drove it from the 32nd to the 7th in the Toga Northside Community Bash last weekend. That's pretty impressive. Actually, I still can't figure out that track, man. I have so much trouble with it. Alright guys, so in the lead, it looks like Cryo's letting that guy pass now, finally, so he can run away with his unlapping situation. Yeah, Damian Konchik is doing a drive-through. That is super unfortunate. I guess he got a drive-through for track limits at some point. And, oh, that's rough, dude. That is so rough. He's losing many positions. Damien is one of the fastest drivers I know, personally, and it's a shame to see how far he's going to drop right now from this. Oh, that's brutal. Is he going to be in the top 10 even? I don't think so. No, he's going to lose the top 10. Or he's going to stay barely within it, actually. Looks like. Barely within it. 4.5 minutes left. That means we got 3 good laps to go here. The leader's, I guess, starting his 3rd last lap in a moment here, coming on the last few turns. So we're going to see how that plays out. The 2 leaders are 2 Italians running American muscle cars. I feel like that's actually pretty appropriate. Wrong era, but still appropriate. Zampidri and Ruggiero, sorry. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that one right too. Quite a big gap between them. And we'll see what it is here exactly. 8 seconds. And Zampidri is coming up to some traffic, so we're going to see how well he gets past that. Yeah, he's got the... Oh, and he just lets him by, no sweats. Full F1 style. Blue flag situation. Totally didn't need that. Ooh, the little battle here. 2 V8s fighting side by side through the boot. Going up to the heel now. The Aston takes over. But I guess that was a lap situation. I see the blue flag flying now, so there we go. A few more blue flags than I think I anticipated actually in this race. I thought it would be a lot more tame, but it's... Yeah, no, I thought most people would be within the lead lap. Alrighty, folks. Less than 2.5 minutes left in the race. So this is based on the time you cross the line. This is the 2nd last lap. He doesn't have a lead enough where he could slow down near the end to finish this lap. So it definitely has to do one more. Hopefully he planned his fuel accordingly. I don't want to, you know, commentate curse him, but I'll just go on him right now and say hopefully he planned his fuel accordingly. And is able to finish just this and one more lap. Very, very good show from Zampidri here today. A flawless race from him. And that's really what it takes, guys. You gotta be consistent to do well, and then obviously fast covers the rest. And he's got both those things down here today at Watkins Glen. A nice, bright, sunny day, 21 degrees out there. And my end is glitching. My thing is glitching, but we're alright. We're back at it. The server's not glitching for anyone else, I hope, so it's just me. A little bit of internet spike here and there. It's all good. Well, the leader is now coming around the last couple turns, and he'll be starting the final lap in just a few short seconds. Guys, keep in mind, this championship does have a drop round, so if you know anyone else who wants to sign up, they still can. And they still can be competitive. 1 round out of the 5 is not going to count for everyone. Their worst result will be dropped, so only the best 4 races are going to count. So if someone wants to sign up now and start next week, they totally can. Doors wide open. And, you know, if people don't want to race, it's okay. We're going to open up some wildcard slots and allow more people to join. So keep your eyes on that. There's a lot of battles happening right now, but we're gonna ditch the auto cam and we're gonna hop onto the leader because he deserves a bit more screen time. I always make this joke that you know, his race was boring, and not because it wasn't good. It's because he was alone, had no one to fight, and ran perfect laps. There was no like excitement of like spinning or crashes or anything. He just ran a perfect race here today. He's excelled completely in comparison to the rest of the track. 8 seconds ahead of the next fastest car. and that gap is about 5 seconds to the P3. So we got a really big gap separating the top 3 drivers here today. We're going to jump back to the Farmer Kobe Chan battle here. But we'll jump back to it in a moment as we go through the last few cars. I don't want to miss the finish of Mattia Zampedri, but we will catch it as he goes to the last 2 turns. I don't think we're going to see any developments here in this battle. And Zampedri passing a blue flag car. And we're going to go back. Coming around the second last turn to claim the victory of the first round of the Odyssey Premier Cup is Mattia Zampedri in the Ford Mustang with Res Tech Reparto Corsa Racing, and that is your race. Eduardo Ruggiero is coming in P2 right there on your screen, and then behind him we got William Pisano in P3. Good race from all 3 of those guys. That was amazing stuff. Now we'll have Chase Jones crossing the line in P4 with Baller Squad. Then Henry Meyer coming across the line as well in P5 with Logistical Nightmare and Mariano Rodriguez with MA70 Esports. Radovan Zankel in a little bit of a battle here. We'll see what happens through this last turn. As long as there's no issues, he will be coming in 7th as he goes down the inside, and barely by a car length he beats Fleming Bauer to take P7. Fleming in P8, Damian Konchik P9, Kobe Chan side by side with Farmer, and they finish in that order. Amazing finish. That's a photo finish from those 2 guys. P10 and 11. Adam Westlin in P12 with BSR. Phil Krauthios crossing the line with Nathan right behind him for P14. Phil Krauthios from Odyssey Sports, Nathan Smith-Adams from BSR. Dean Solomon coming around the last turn in a bit of a race of his own for P15, and then Hunter Davis right behind him in the Mustang for P16. Aiden Tan P17. Sylvan Amor P18. Emery Sonmez P19. Sean Shute P20. Lennon Brumfield P21. Nathaniel Fever P22, and Paul Venter, unfortunately, P20 in the pits. Guys, that was an amazing race. I appreciate everyone for being here today, racing with us, watching the live stream. We had like over 20 viewers the whole time, it looked like. Really good racing, good quality. I am very happy. Mattia Zampedri, if you are there, love to grab a few words before you sign out. I will ping you in the chat as well. What a great race from him. What a great race. What a great race. And clean. No real problems. I'm going to drop to a quick intermission, throw up the highlight reel, and then yeah, we'll call it there.
Raise a storm and go where we have never gone before. We have sworn to mend the bond that we have torn. Raise a storm and go where we have never been before. We have sworn to
Alright guys, we're just going to let the highlight reel play out a little bit. We'll give Mattia a moment to sort himself out if he wants an interview or not. Damien says, starting with a drop round is never a good sign. Hands down one of my worst performances. 3 warnings in 9 minutes. Looks like I don't know how wide the car is. Yeah, dude, it was a tough race for Damien. Not the result I expected from him. But it is what it is, you know. There's a lot of challenges that come with racing. A lot of things become very unpredictable. And you never know what's going to happen. Sorry guys, I just gotta pause this for a second to turn down the volume a little bit.
Doesn't wanna fall in love. Doesn't wanna feel. Doesn't wanna fall in love. May not see eye to eye, but we can be chill for just this moment. So turn out the lights and let's make a deal to just enjoy it. I'm not thinking about forever. I won't care if we don't end up together. Let's get high tonight, 'cause fuck how we feel, yeah. But for now, I won't give it all away, 'cause I don't think I'll stay.
Alright guys, sorry about that little glitch with the audio, but we're back and we have the top 3 in this VC and we're going to go through each of them one by one to ask about the race. First of all, we'll start with the winner, Matthias and Pedri. How was that? That was a perfect race, by the way. Good job. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Yeah, thanks. It was a hard race. So Eduardo was very fast, and in the first part of the race was very near to me. But after a few laps, he make a mistake, and I go. So I need to say thanks to all the drivers that do the race today. I need to say thanks also to my teammate William that do a really good race, and so my team and our sponsor Mayuma Plus that support us every day.
Alright man, good stuff. Eduardo,
Thank
you
you.
did come off strong in the very beginning on that first couple turns. Side by side, you guys had no space for any mistakes. What happened to you? What made you fall back? Because you didn't do so hot after that.
Yeah. The important things
That was a question for Eduardo.
Okay. Sorry.
Hi all. Yeah, I did a mistake on a braking zone because I went late on the braking, and yeah, I did a mistake where I lost 2.5 seconds, and then my pace wasn't really good as the Zampers one, and yeah, the race was still good, and we're going straight for the next race.
Good stuff. Well, you're coming out with a strong finish in the first round, so you're okay. And then William, you were in a great battle with Eduardo for quite a long time, and then at some point I missed whatever happened, but you were several seconds behind. What happened after to make you lose some time on Eduardo there, William?
Yes, first of all, the quali was very bad because I made some mistakes. But at the end, in the last lap, I made a quite good lap, so P5 for me at the start. And I know before the race that for fight with the Ford, I need to pass all the other Porsche quickly. But yeah, after the pit stop, when I catch the hard, unfortunately, I haven't so much engine, and on the straight, I lost too much. That obliged me to push harder on the corner, and then after 9-10 laps, my rear tire was dead, and I think that was better bring to home P3 for the championship, and that's all. Also like Mattia, I want to thank you to Emanuele, our sponsor, Meyuma Plast, to permit us to race every day.
Beautiful, beautiful. And that sounds typical of the Porsche to have your tires die at the end. Did any of you guys do a tire change?
Yes, yes, me did it.
I
Yes, also
personally
me.
did, so yeah, I think
Yes.
all of us.
So all three of you did. Okay. So you were just burning them too much. Well, what are the odds that the top three finishers are all Italian? So Italy just took away the championship. I saw your flags on the in-game chat, and I caught the little Italian banner on the front bumper of the Porsche on your car, William. That looks really good. Do you guys have any friends or family who are watching this race you want to say a little message to?
Yes.
And you
I
can
want
go
to.
for it in Italian if you want to.
Ah, ok. Yeah, in Italian, grazie a tutti e speriamo che sia un buon campionato.
Thank you, man. Anyone else before we close this up? Well, I'll take that as a no. You guys were awesome on the track. You guys were very entertaining. Thank you very much for participating in the championship and being a part of this event. Good luck with the rest of it. And hopefully you guys have just as much success as you did today. And thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, you have a good night. All right, everyone. We are just going to wrap this up with a few announcements. I mentioned earlier that we have a couple races coming up for our off season. Right now, we're in our off season for our regular championships. So tomorrow we have a Silverstone race happening at 8 p.m. CET. So that's perfect for any of you guys over the pond in Europe. I believe that would be equivalent to about 2 or 3 hours from now. So you have that to look forward to. Next Sunday we have at the same time a Barcelona race. Both of those are linked in the chat, and I will relink them actually again, so that way you guys can sign up right now if you're still watching. So right there, that's the Silverstone one first, and this will be the Barcelona one second. And then we also have our registrations open for our regular championships. We have an EU series and America series. America series runs Wednesday and Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then we have the European series on Sundays at 8 p.m. CET or 7 p.m. CET. I have to reconfirm. Pretty sure it's 8. Or someone in the chat will yell at me and tell me I'm wrong. So you can sign up for those through our Discord. Reach out to any of the admins if you have any questions. If you are still here and you have Twitch, please drop over to the Twitch and just give us a Prime sub if you can. And if you can't, no sweat, but we appreciate it. Goes a long way. Half of the prize pool is coming out of pocket for this championship. It's a $500 prize pool, and $250 of that is going to P1. We also have a Patreon. We have a Patreon page. If you guys are interested in supporting us, the lowest tier is $3 US per month. Just enough to put a little bit of extra cash in our pocket to help support the league, servers, prizes. There's a lot of expenses that people don't even realize go into this whole thing, and we appreciate everyone who currently supports the Patreon. And speaking of supporting the Patreon, I am actually going to shout out all of our patrons right now. I want to make sure that they get the time of day and the honor of being shouted on stream. So our 2 top patrons ever are Julius Tan and Nate Schreiber. They are the exclusive members with the top tier, the tier 1 subscription of $50 US per month. For that price, you get 2 coaching sessions every month with our esports team to make you a better driver. So they're taking advantage of that every month and getting progressively better. That's $50 a month, and normally coaching sessions are double that for 1 session. So check it out. Tier 2 sponsors, we have Abdul Rauf, Derek Anderson, Joel Price, Jose Hernandez, Caden Hudson, Neil Barovitz, Sven Groot, to round off our tier 2s. Tier 3, we have Joe Kaiser, Phil Krauthios, Robbie, Daniel, Dean Solomon, and Steve Sloan. And our tier 4, we have Marcos Pimentel. Thank you guys all very much for making this league possible to run, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to afford it. Other than that, guys, I'll let this play out, but I want to thank you all for being here, and we'll look forward to you guys at watching the next round. The next round is in 2 weeks on October 19th, and we're at Red Bull Ring, same time, same place. That'll be even more exciting because Red Bull is probably one of my favorite tracks. So we will see you there. And congratulations again to the winners. And you guys, wherever you are in the world, have a good evening or good afternoon. And we'll catch you in the next stream. Cheers, everyone.